Hello, QLS family. It's been another busy week in the life of QLS. In fact, I don't think there's been a dull moment since COVID began. In recent weeks, we've addressed some of the good things that have been happening throughout the company, and you've shared some of the highlights of your personal lives and professional lives too. Other weeks, we've just conveyed important news, information, and data. Occasionally, we've even had to deliver some concerning reports and disappointing updates. I was recently asked by someone from another industry what we talk about on these videos, and I said we really just talk about whatever is going on at the time, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We probably have a little of all three in this week's video, so let's get to it.
The good. As you all know, we experienced our first widespread COVID outbreak last month at QLS Mercer. What you may not know is the incredible way the Mercer family rallied to keep their residents safe, protected their entire personal care unit from a single infection, and already returned many of their infected residents and staff back to pre-COVID health status. It has been nothing short of amazing. And we have the dedication of the QLS Mercer staff and the prayers of so many of you to thank for it. Perhaps the best part is that many employees in the QLS Mercer family who contracted COVID have now volunteered to donate convalescent plasma, which can be used to treat and even save the lives of those suffering from COVID in the future. In fact, just this week, Vitalant agreed to set up a donation site at the facility because there are so many employees who have volunteered to give. We are moved but not surprised by the fact that at the first glimpses of light after a dark COVID tunnel, the Mercer family is asking how to help others. We're proud of and blessed by their compassion.
More good news. Some QLS facilities are now open for visitation. This has been a long time coming, and I'm sure it makes you as happy as it does us. Whether you work in a facility that's preparing for visitation soon, or you work in a facility where you've already gotten to witness a reunion, you know how special these visits are to both residents and to their families. Some of them are being captured and shared on our social media pages. We encourage all of you to follow us and experience these touching moments along with us.
The bad. Those of you who watched Monday's video may already be aware of the bad news this week. I'm not talking about the fact that we recorded a video without a script, although that was a little shaky. I'm talking about the fact that the only 4 of the 11 applications we submitted for the Pennsylvania Hazard Pay Grant were approved. Obviously, this isn't bad news for everyone, but it is bad news for the 7 locations who, for reasons completely mysterious to us, were left off the list. It's also bad news for those of us who truly wanted you to receive it and believed that you would. We're not done trying yet. We will let you know more when and if we learn more.
More bad news. Well, this one's actually good news, bad news. The good news is that we completed the universal COVID testing of all residents and employees in all 10 QLS facilities by the July 24th deadline. The bad news is that the lab that we used billed employees' insurance carriers instead of billing us as the company, as they were directed to do. They are in the process of reverse billing, which will eliminate any health insurance claims and negate any possible co-pays or balance billing. If anyone received an actual invoice for any portion of COVID testing, please just pass it on to your HR director. If you're wondering how they got your health insurance information, well, so are we. It turns out that labs and other healthcare providers are able to do a relatively easy search for that information. We truly apologize for any inconvenience, anxiety, or stress that this may have caused you. You are not responsible for any portion of the fee for COVID testing conducted within your workplace.
Lastly, the ugly. We're in the midst of our second COVID outbreak. Because it was caught early and is being handled by the excellent team at QLS Sugar Creek, the impact has been significantly less than it could have been. That said, even one resident or just one employee is one too many when it comes to this disease, and the Sugar Creek family remains in our prayers. We were hoping to close this video with a famous and poignant Clint Eastwood quote from the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But most quotes from that movie could get us accused of creating a hostile work environment. So we'll leave you with this. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness, bad days give experience, worst days give lessons, and best days give memories. Until next week, goodbye and God bless.